stampers, and welcome to Laura's Stamp Pad. Today I wanted to show you all the fun I've been having with the Birthday Blast stamp set, as well as the coordinating Star Blast Edgelits. So this is using both of those. This is the Star Edge framelets or thinlets, and then there's also that little image, and then the only image that I didn't use out of the set was this little oval rectangle, rounded rectangle, whatever you want to call that, little banner piece. So it creates that nice little border around there to put your greeting on the inside, and that actually coordinates with this stamp set. So this is the Birthday Blast stamp set, and you'll notice that the little edgelet goes over the top, and there's this gorgeous Birthday Blast up top, a couple extra stars, a little filigree, two super fabulous scrolly greetings. I love a good big scrolly greeting, and then the little wahoo, and actually the little wahoo fits inside that little banner, so that's what that little piece is used for. So there's this stamp set, and then there's this little edgelet here, as well as that little filigree piece, and then there's the star of the show, which is the fabulous stars. So here I have it, and you can see it's quite long and everything, and it actually goes forever. There is, like, it doesn't actually cut down here. It cuts at the top, and then it can go as long as you want. So then you can create different pieces with that. For example, this one, I did it in the Rich Razzleberry, and the Rich Razzleberry actually goes all the way down to here as that extra little layer in the background, whereas this one I did with the glimmer paper, and I stopped the glimmer paper right here. So you can kind of play with that however you wish. The other awesome thing that I love about this is that whenever you die cut out this piece, you end up getting all these fabulous stars that then you can place in other spots on your card or on a different card, or even you can do on the inside like that little one down there. Super, super cute. So here I just want to show you for this one, let's see if we can place that there in the corner a little bit. I actually started with a Bermuda Bay card base, and then I took a piece of Whisper White, and this measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I took some of the Bermuda Bay ink and inked up that that big starburst image from the stamp set. So we're just going to ink that up there, and I'm going to put it pretty close to the top and then as centered as I can possibly get it. You know, if you really wanted to be super perfect on that, you could always get out like a Stamp-a-majig or something like that, but I prefer to just wing it. So here we go, right there towards the top. We think it's centered, and whoop, that's too high to the top. I guess maybe I should have leaned forward a little bit, but I'm always afraid I'm going to end up getting my head in there. So that's okay. We're just going to flip this over and do it again, because thank goodness there's 2 sides to every piece of paper, right? So there you have that fabulous starburst look. So then I took a piece of silver glimmer paper, and that measures 4 inches by 2.5 inches. And I'm just going to place this right over the top with the top star at the very top of that. And I actually measured on my framelit here, or edgelet, or die, let's just call it a die, so that a little die cut that counts for all of them, right? So I actually put little notches here for the 4-inch mark. So I took from the center out 2 inches, and I put little marks with a Sharpie marker so that I always knew where those edges were, and I could line it up a lot easier every time. So I ran this through the Big Shot, and then you end up with this fabulous piece that you can pop out all of the little extras and stuff. I will say I super love my my Big Shot die brush, but I don't really recommend using the Big Shot die brush when you're using glimmer paper, because sometimes it can rough up the glimmer paper and pull some of the little glitter pieces off. And I want to set my little stars to the side so that I can use them, so I don't want them to go in the junk pile, but you could always use those for other pieces too. You can also use like a piece like that for like a little shooting star. So you could do it kind of like that, as it looks like a little shooting star kind of. So then we're just going to layer this on top of our card piece. Okay, so we pull that back in, and now you can either have it line up perfectly there. You can see with this one, you can line it up like that. Or you can always offset it or set it farther or anything like that. But I liked mine with that little star right there in the center, kind of showing off. And I actually used the fine tip glue pen to put this on. That is pretty wide, so you could use your regular snail adhesive or even fast fuse. But I just found that the fine tip glue pen worked really well, that I could then add a little up into these spots a little bit too. Just so that it's, I want it to kind of pop a little bit, but I don't want it to fall off or to catch anything because it's bouncing out too far. So now that we have that on there, we're just going to line this up again and press down. I always like to press for a good 5 to 10 seconds or so, just to make sure that that adhesive has a nice chance to stick to the cardstock before I pick it up or it bubbles up, or who knows what it might do. But then that just gives a nice little seal there. So there you have that fabulous look, and then you can take those extra stars and you can see that you can put these stars actually go right over top there just perfectly to cover up that. And this one's a little bit bigger, so that one can go there. Actually, this is the one that I did on the inside. And then there's these two that cover up that little one. And then you could either do down here on these, or you could always put them up top like that, like I did on this sample. So you can play with those stars, or you can use them all for another project and get 2 cards out of every single crank through that you do on the Big Shot with this amazing die. I then just stamped the Celebrate You down towards the bottom and added that little filigree piece, and I needed the fine tip glue pen for that little filigree piece because it is so thin that fine tip glue pen works perfectly for that. So let's bring in that other one too that I did. This one, like I said, I stamped it in Night of Navy, and then I did the piece in Rich Razzleberry. So whenever I put that through, I actually used a piece of Rich Razzleberry that measured 4.5 by 4 inches. So that's this piece here. And I just put this at the top there like I did on the other one, but I kept all of that bottom piece there. So, you know, you can make it as long as you wish. You don't have to make it real small or anything. You can make that as deep or as long as you wish, and then you can always stamp on top of that. Since Rich Razzleberry is a dark color, I layered some Night of Navy and then some Whisper White to stamp my greeting on, and then added a little bit of ribbon. For this one, I actually took some of the metallic enamel shapes and added them to the stars up top there, but I could have always used some of the pieces from the other card too. You could even pop that one in right there, which how fabulous is that for a little extra bling. So you can really play with this as much as you want, and add those stars back in on another project and kind of mix and match each one. If I did this one in Rich Razzleberry, I could do the other one in Night of Navy, and then I could flip-flop each of the stars into each of the little inserts or on the outside too. So super fun that you get so much out of every single crank through that you do with this amazing die. Of course, this is a bundle and save stamp set and framelit set, so you can always do that and you'll save 10%, which is a super fabulous bonus. And then don't forget that it's also celebration time, so any $50 order gets you a free celebration item. I'll leave a link down below to all the celebration items that you can pick from. So that's every $50, so if your order is $100, then you'll get to pick 2. How super amazing is that? I love celebration. It's the greatest time to stock up on all your favorites. Of course, I'll be posting pictures of these on my blog, laurastamppad.com, so you can check those out there. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and let me know in the comments which one your favorite is, the Bermuda Bay or the Rich Razzleberry and Night of Navy. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, and I will talk to you next time. Happy stamping! Bye-bye.